what a day has been. Are you all exhausted or excited? Because after a day of fierce competitions among 12 brilliant debate teams, it is finally the time for the debate seminar.
And we are honored to have 18 judges with us today. Needless to say, it's really a mentally and physically demanding task for them to listen to all the debate speeches. So let's give them all a round of warm applause.
Now, some of our honorable judges will be sharing with us their observations today and giving some advice on things to work on in the future.
And after the judges give their comments, we will have a brief Q&A session. Then, please feel free to post questions and give us some suggestions about the tournament. Now, please give our warmest welcome to Professor of Korean College Taipei, Dr. Charles Lee.
Okay, well, this is my third year being a judge, and so I really appreciate this year. I felt like, it was much more relaxing, I think. I felt like the quality of the debating that I was able to observe has improved. Whereas in the first year, sometimes you felt like, it seems like these students don't understand what they're doing. So I would say that was one of the observations I had. Second one, though, I think is also related to this topic was a good topic. It's a very traditional debate topic. And I still felt like, I think you guys are all too much pragmatists. It's all about money or about crime rate. And no team really tended to focus on really issues of value of life or about ethics. If they mentioned it, they just mentioned it, and then they went off and talked about, misjudgments and killing people who were innocent. So maybe we can have another debate topic that can get a little bit more into that the foundational motivation is really something about ethics or about values, about morals, as opposed to the more practical things. But I felt like it was good. There were some groups that did that. What other things have I thought of as differences or changes? I think the English level has definitely gotten better. I feel like I really didn't have trouble understanding anybody. Okay, so that's compared to previous years. There were a couple speakers usually where sometimes you felt like, ooh, what are they saying? You had a hard time understanding. So I think you guys have done a good job there. The thing that I would say that it's probably not your fault, and I mentioned it in some of the groups that I judged, but what I would hope to see, that something, if you guys want to continue in debate, that you can do, and that is, I felt like the depth of research that you guys did, or the depth of evidence, the amount of evidence that you had, wasn't quite what I would expect. Let me give you I'm not sure if I've told this story. Even if I did, you weren't here. So let me just tell you, when I was in high school, I debated. When I was a senior, I joined our debate team. When we were getting our evidence together, I felt like, we're doing a good job. I mean, we made evidence cards. We had one filing cabinet. It's got 2 drawers. Each drawer is about this long. So we probably had maybe 300, 400 pieces of evidence. Okay, how many pieces of evidence did you have? 10, 5, 10, 15, 20? Well, we had, 400. Well, I was proud until I went to my first debate tournament. We're carrying our, one thing. And then we saw these 2 guys in their suits, and they had those, those luggage carriers, with the wheels, and they had 6 of those things. And I was like, I hope we don't have to debate them, okay? But even the evidence that we found we didn't find it all ourselves. In America, there's an organization, it's actually a university, I think it's Loyola University in Los Angeles, that created a thick book that your school could buy, and it had thousands and thousands of pieces of evidence that you could look through and choose what you wanted. So about 80–90% of our evidence came from that book. And then we did our own research to find the parts of evidence that we didn't, we needed for our specific case and plan. So maybe I'll use this opportunity to mention to not only you guys, but to the other teachers and the other judges. As I've been thinking about how to try to raise the level of debating in Taiwan, I felt like there needs to be kind of an organization like that, equivalent to the Loyola University, that can help high school debaters have the resources that would help them have better debates. Because you can't spend 10,000 hours doing research about this topic. So, but if you could get an organization that finds a way to spend 10,000 hours of doing research, and then put it together in a book and then make it available to you guys, then that would help the quality. Because really, the good debates that I've watched, it's really not about style, it's not about their language, it's not about their logic or anything. It's really about their ability to present and show how certain evidence has impact on what they're talking about. And so the final conclusion often is when you're trying to judge who you think wins, it's really about the evidence, not about this group forgot to say something, or this group didn't say something, or they said something wrong. It's really about the evidence. So anyway, that's our hope, and one of the things that we're thinking of trying to do is to start a debate association, a speech and debate association, a national one. And it will be a collection of teachers, coaches, judges, people who are interested in debate and promoting debate. And this association may be the group that can help provide this kind of evidence. Also, this association would do things like coach training, helping your teachers who maybe they have not done debate themselves, but yet they're in charge of your club to be able to get some training. Also to train judges as well. Because I think I heard a comment, one group came to me and said they felt like the comments we gave in our group were so much better than the comments that in the regional competition, some of the judges gave. And so yes, as something is maturing, often there's some differences between the quality of what you can find. And yet, I think that's an important thing, is to try to get the quality of judging, or to have more consistency. So at the regional level and the national level, it's not like there are two different standards, or between one region and the other, there are two different standards. So with a national association, debate association, this is something that can be promoted. Anyway, but I've enjoyed it. Somebody asked me what time I woke up this morning. So, well, I had to wake up at 5:45 a.m. in order to make sure I took a shower, even though now I feel like I'm kind of sticky and sweaty. And I didn't even eat breakfast. I had to get out, walk to the trains to the MRT station, take the MRT station to the train station, take the high-speed rail to the and then take the shuttle bus here. It took a long time to get here, but to me it's worth it because of watching you guys and being able to encourage you guys. The other thing I would do is, I know it's hard, but if you can, for those people who this is their first year in debate, please strongly consider doing it one more year. I think you're going to learn a lot more as you have more experience. So I would encourage you to consider it. Okay.
Thank you, Professor. Without further ado, let's welcome Professor of English Department, National Chengchi University, Instructor Michael Zheng.
Hi, this is my first year here, and I really enjoyed the experience. I was so impressed with the students and the quality of the presentations that you gave. I'm looking forward to you coming to the university, and if you're in the English department, you come to Zhengda, hopefully I can get my hands on you, and I can provide more training. And so this is something that I look forward to, is maybe having the opportunity to see you again, because I was so impressed with what you did today. Just some general comments. I'm sure the things you're putting on the stage here. Again, the main thing is I was so surprised by how good you were. In terms of ways to improve, one thing I was surprised at is some of the flaws in your plans. And I thought that you should be able to work through the kinks. You should work through the flaws, through the competitions that you've gone through before. And then a second point that I want to make is about how I feel about the topic. And this is a topic that I actually use quite often in my university classes. When we're doing debate at the university, I often pick this topic. And it's because something I'm actually quite passionate about. And I spend a semester trying to brainwash my students, basically, and saying, I force them to research this topic and trying to change them from these 90% of the people in Taiwan who are in favor of the death penalty. And something that maybe I was a little disappointed in is seeing how you're so focused on, again, the practicality and whether there are mistakes that are made, and we need to make sure that there are no more mistakes. But one thing I think that you can do when you have a topic like this is, can you be more aspirational? Can you look and see how can you try to change society? Can you change society from one in which 90% of the people think, oh sure, the government should just kill people, to one in which human life is valued more? And I think this is a step that is important, a step that would make Taiwan more part of this international community that looks at human rights. And you